Good morning. I'm higher vibrations and so are you. This energy that we are having coming through right now is amazing. And it's causing an increase in frequency as well as severity, intensity of these different ascension symptoms that we've been having. It's a lot of the same stuff. Like we're having the dizziness, the ear ringing, hot, cold flashes, weird nights. Like most of us are incredibly exhausted, but for some reason, still at the same time, it feels like our body's not requiring as much sleep, so we're not getting hardly anything in contrast to what sleep we used to get. Lucidity in dreams, just a lot of bizarre things at night. The 3 a.m. call that's been happening for a long time has increased a lot, starting to have a lot of that dizziness, vertigo, lightheadedness kind of combined sensation that's happening, and almost disorientation. We've talked about this stuff with vocabulary. More and more of us are realizing that we are having we resonate less and less with the language that we speak, and therefore our vocabulary becomes less and less accessible. And then on top of that, this weird staticky, awesome kind of feeling. You can tell the energy, you can feel the energy, the distinct separation, almost like electricity in the air near to you. A lot of visual stuff, seeing light orbs, seeing those cool, like cobweb-like things that are just this beautiful little color and giddy and happy. A lot more channeled kind of information, ET experience frequency going through the roof. A lot of stuff to do with the lower torso. This is an area almost everyone is experiencing a sensation with. So here's the moment of suggestion that I would like to bring forward for you. That area, typically what we're talking about is the sacral chakra, and that's orange. That's that sunset orange, that creamsicle orange is just so beautiful and peaceful and cozy to be in. Allow yourself to go into that color, expressing that color in your clothing, what you're eating, what you're drinking, things like that. You don't have to do it all everywhere, but introducing this to your experience helps, as well as letting your heart chakra, allowing it to naturally go where it wants to go. A lot of us are noticing we're being called to send the heart chakra down into the sacral chakra area. There's a lot of healing that happens with that beautiful green healing heart chakra. And so allowing it to move through will help in a lot of cases. We're noticing this stuck up energy in this area. Feeling almost constipated, though having a reaction that is the opposite in real form or whatever. And also just these weird aches and pains in that area. Noticing specifically on, for me, I was noticing it mainly on my left side. This is the divine feminine side of my body, having a lot of expression on that side. And it's just recently switched again. So it's this anchoring. I thought that when we anchored in energy, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the Christ consciousness or golden child, I always thought that was it. Now it's anchored, but it's like there's deeper and deeper steps that need to be taken in order for it to happen. So now here we are, switching back to the masculine side again, the right side, having a lot more occurrences in the right side of the headache kind of stuff. This headache is a specific one that I'm discussing, is that we find whatever area is affected for you, it moves through very quickly. It's almost as if you could feel the energy move out and then kind of come back from that point back there. I don't really know. It's something that we have had happen in a handful of times. The strength of the headache often feels a comparison or comparable to a migraine if it were a longer lasting experience. And thank goodness that it's not. It's a very brief, very fleeting moment of an intense surge of pain. There's also this pressure one that is happening behind the eyes. Now, this always happens for me when it's time for me to go meditate, because it's time for me to get a download that I can't get when I'm actively distracted by whatever it is that I'm doing. And so I'll get this headache, and that's my signal. Yours may be different. And then also, we're going to want to move down to this area here. So a lot of thyroid, this little spot down at the end of your clavicle, the center of your clavicle, or your shoulder, or what are they called? clavicle. I can't remember the other word, collarbone. And so at the base of the center of the collarbone, there is this space, and that's where you have this little bow tie that's your thyroid. There's a lot of other energies right there over on top of that spot. A lot of people are having a sensational experience there, where we're having a profound awareness of its existence, as well as its strength. And a lot of stuff works through that spot right now. It's a kind of a travel zone. And so we're noticing energies coming through and leaving. This is also the place of spiritual discernment, where you can be the world's most amazing lie detector and be able to smell the BS and to tell the truth, see which one's which. That barrier isn't preventing this discernment from occurring, though, to assist in letting that truth be told, that truth be spoken, allowing yourself to speak your authentic truth does assist in unpacking some of this barrier. So that's just something to be aware of, as well as bringing in blues. We're talking now again about color, and this whole throat chakra area will help. Again, there's not that many foods that are blue, and I do find that to be a struggle, and so introducing visual stimuli a lot of times will help as well. Though, yes, blueberries on top of it. Good stuff. So, moving through that now, we've also been having some more teeth and jaw stuff. For a lot of people have been having sore jaw, almost sounding like the Tin Man and Wizard of Oz. You're just feeling this sensation right here. These chakras here, this chakra here, I just talked about this spot, and the chakra that is just behind your neck. So the crooks of your neck, that spot, there's a lot of activation happening there again. And not only is this chakral area being activated, but there is like a series of them that go down on each one of your vertebrae. These particular chakras going all the way down, in particular for most of us, we're noticing this back activation, these chakral spine vertebrae activations of these chakras, all the way down to at least about the base of the end of your rib cage, moving into that area. So these chakral areas are having a lot of sensation. People are actually even having sciatic nerve kind of stuff, fleeting experience, though very uncomfortable. While each of these chakras kind of start to ignite and come online, the most assistive thing that we can do is to guide the light that comes down to us to move through each one of those chakral regions. You can have it enter the chakra that you want. You don't have to have it come through your crown chakra. We've got a lot of stuff going on there. And so there's a lot of popping and clicking and realignment and just adjustment stuff kind of happening. On top of that, we are having this massive purge. And so we're also getting like weird acne rashes, and people's hair are getting weird. Some people are losing their hair in clumps. Other people are noticing their hair returning to their natural color, leaving behind the gray hair. A lot of stuff about the hair. Allowing yourself to ingest as much water as possible was really advised. Finding ourselves not eating for several meals or even days, a loss of appetite, again, back down to that lower chakral region. We have a lot of nauseated experience, a lot of just kind of uncomfortable stuff going on. And so a lot of individuals aren't eating for that reason, as well as this weird thing that's occurring. And it makes sense to me. It's weird for the doctors, is that all of a sudden their clinics and offices are being stormed by people saying that they have allergies, and they very really do have these allergies. They truly have these allergies. And these are new allergies to a variety of foods that they've been eating their entire lives. This happened to me and has continued to happen to me consistently for a variety of years. Starting out with meat, noticing more and more when I ate specifically ground red meat that my body would repel it, like it was not okay. And then slowly but surely, I had omitted every kind of meat, as well as a variety of things, moving off into a more organic way of eating and the cleanest I can. We do, however, partake in the human experience. I want to be clear about this. A lot of us are out here doing what we can and listening to our body and doing what feels correct for her or him or whatever you choose to call it, right? And that is beautiful. At the same time, remembering that you are a spirit here having a human experience, and part of the human experience is food. Part of the human experience is being around people who are just insane in the other way, very muggle, and whatever it is. Allowing ourselves to engage and participate is part of the experience here. And so if for one reason or another you falter from your chosen ideal or some kind of goal that you're trying to reach as a result of your new clarity and realizing where you are in this ascension experience, please allow yourself the beautiful, gentle, loving tolerance that you afford every other. Every other person in your experience gets that kind of love, that kind of acceptance and tolerance. And so if one day you decide to eat a candy or to have a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you're finding that your body no longer harmonizes with, that's okay. Occasionally I'll indulge and I'll find it's my body trying to clean the system out. Again, another way of purging, right? And so I don't know. It's just something that to keep in mind. Enjoy yourself. Be in your highest joy. Enjoy. That is the whole point of this entire mission. When you are in joy, when you're in your place of play, that is when you are the most elevated frequency wise. And that's when you're making the largest impact on yourself as well as the entire collective race of the galactic world. We are impacting everyone. All you got to do is play. Like, that's amazing. Those are the things that we always held as a reward for doing the stuff we're supposed to do, right? Those are the things that we're meant to be doing. And in this joyful place, in this loving, beautiful place, is where I usually cry from these days. We are crying a lot collectively. The release that comes from that healing process of crying, and as well as laughter, is the most powerful form of transmutation and of releasing that any of us have. Like, that is truly a divine gift. Allowing ourselves to cry, even for whatever reason. If you're in sadness, in grief, in morbid reflection, in remembering beautiful things, whatever it is, allow yourself to cry. And to know that you're not alone. There are many of us out here echoing back to you, calling you home. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for your service. Please don't give up. Aho blessings.